Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league and halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. From the gun, Richards, complete to Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 cornerback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down now, Tompkins. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. Two different things. They combine them.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We call it sack fly.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll set up the throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick six last time out. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Bates. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go. Choose the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Richards. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richards. The left side completion to Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Richards. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Tompkins. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. But it's caught. Tompkins. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. To the right side and complete to Thomas. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Single, single slot. Key 39. Hey, whoa. Watch tight end. Key the tight end.
They'll drop the throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And it's caught. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And this one is right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance at intermission?
Typically what they're doing.
I'm going back to you. Kill.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
False start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then alley to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Looking to throw. Richards caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Jordan. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spilled the play.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Tompkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Tompkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Richards. Oh, he's got themselves a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. To throw on 2nd down, Richards. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Richards. It's caught. Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Richards. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9.
He'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
3 down. 1st and 10 at the 33.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That 2nd down play nets a -4. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, Richards. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Jets now down 27-20, 25 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Phillips. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones has it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Here we go.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Cowboys,